From the Bronx, MLB Network brings you baseball from Yankee Stadium. A good matchup here for you tonight between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. It's baseball on MLB Network. And it's Chris Sale is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Boston. And please, Zach, what do you got?
Thanks, Matt. Chris Sale, you're talking about one of the premier pitchers in the game of baseball. Big fastball, 95 to 98 miles an hour. Wipe-out slider. Great comparison. He's the closest thing we've seen to Randy Johnson. A nightmare against lefties. Three-pitch guy, fastball, slider, and a changeup that's getting better all the time. He is a definition of a true ace.
And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Squaring 2-0, and he pulls it back for strike one. 73 degrees our game time temperature here tonight, and it probably won't get a whole lot cooler than that. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike two anyway. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, I love the way this lineup's constructed. Talking to the manager before the game, he focused on the fact that they have a pass the baton mentality. Everything's flowing for this lineup. Chance to score a lot of runs.
And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Aaron Judge, the second out of the opening frame. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Try to check it, and it's 0-1. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
Started to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will retire the side. 3 up. Luis Severino, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan, any thoughts?
Thanks, Matty. Luis Severino, big arm. 97 to 100 miles an hour. Bounce between the rotation and the bullpen. Good hard slider. His changeup's getting better. The true definition of an ace.
Rounded down the third baseline. This will get foul for strike two. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Bounce it to the left side. And that's out number one. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's hitting .429. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. No balls and a strike to count. Popped him up. Under it, Gregorius, and that's out number two. Into the box, J.D. Martinez. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. Ready now, Didi Gregorius. First offering on its way. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike one. Really tied him up on that one.
Yeah, clearly didn't recognize where that was going to end up, Matt. If I were pitching, I might go right back in there.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
All right, let's take a quick look at how the Red Sox set up LZ today. And we get to watch one of the best right fielders in the game today. He brought home gold last year. We know a right fielder profiles as a huge offensive producer, but this guy covers a ton of ground all the way to the foul line with a strong throwing arm.
Aaron Hicks started to go around, but it's a called strike, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Miguel Andujar is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. The 0-2 once more. It's a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Here's Xander Bogaerts now.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Number 72.
Really off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike. A ball and a strike.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
On the ground to third. Andujar's got it. And there's 1 away. There's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. Previous history with Luis Severino. He brings a 4 for 12 line. Missed with a slider. That's wide, 2-0.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
3 balls and a strike to count to Moreland. Waiting next is Dustin Pedroia. It's up to a 3-2 full count now.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Mitch Moreland goes down for the second out in the bottom half. Softly on the line to third. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Batting 7, third baseman, Rafael.
Stepping into the box, Rafael Devers. Now a move over to first. A dive, but he's back. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ball 1. 2-0.
This is a spot right here playing first base. You have to really be on your toes. With a runner on first, a left-handed hitter up on a 2-0 count.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
And the pitcher was this close to getting out of the inning and leaving that runner stranded. But the guy standing on third had other ideas, driving in the first run of the game.
This is pulled into right. Oh, and he misses it. And that'll score the run from third as they go up 2-0 now. And he's safe.
The pitcher was almost out of the inning. I think he might have taken that third out for granted. Instead, he gives up a 2-out RBI triple to make it 2-0.
And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. Leon on third with 2 out. And Bradley swings and misses at that offering, and he's deep in the hole. 0-2.
You know that nasty changeup's lurking right here. If I'm in the batter's box, I have to tell myself to stay back. I have to take pull side out of the equation, or that changeup's going to beat me.
Fouled away. The 1-2. Looked at for ball number 2.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third. So the last thing.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Into the box now, Gary Sanchez. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
Oh, and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
And he's going to start this inning out the same way he started the previous 2. 7 consecutive strikeouts. My word. 1 away.
First baseman.
Digging in now, Luke Boyd.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far in this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
Oh, it has him looking silly here. It's 0-2.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
Hit on the ground to third. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the 2nd out. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Landed in on the fists, 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So striding in, Mookie Betts. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Tough to get fooled any worse than that. He's in a hole now, 1-2.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the 2nd with a punch out, 1 away. Digging in, Andrew Benintendi. He flew out in his last at-bat. And this is ball 1. Two balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder.
Now ball 2. Back-to-back breaking pitches. I think if right now you really have to try to get the best pitch you can get in the zone, you have to throw it right here.
Here it comes, the 3-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one in the corner.
Set and the pitch.
Designated hitter.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Benintendi, base runner at first with one out. And a whiff at a good slider that time. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row. But both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
A ball and 2 strikes now. And it's fouled away. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. It's a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Sander Bogarts. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First offering on its way. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And he's in safely at third. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. Riding in, Mitch Moreland. Runner in scoring position with Sukan. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
This is the stuff.
And he squares up on this one. Deep to straightaway right. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field as the Red Sox break on top now 5-0. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. So take a look at ball 1.
Pedroia.
On a grade school swing there, it's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now, he needs to think about this hitter.
3-1 to him now. Three runs already home here. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on. Here's Brett Gardner now. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
He turns on it and sends it deep down the line in right, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Again, he sends it out of play.
Man, he's going to be kicking himself when he goes and watches the video after this one. That's a changeup, 2 strikes in the wheelhouse. You cannot miss that pitch.
Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working. And now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Here's big Aaron Judge. And Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike 1.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes?
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. Giancarlo Stanton now. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. Rafael Devers, the next to bat. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. Hard hit to first. Played on the backhand. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Sandy Leon.
Settling in now, Sandy Leon. It was an RBI triple for him in his first at-bat. Oh, missed that one by a mile. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
He's been getting lit up all game, and there's a common denominator. He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that ball.
Bouncer up the middle. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. Jackie Bradley now looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 0-1 on its way. And this is bounced foul with the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Oh, and they pull the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight. So striding forward now, Mookie Betts. No hits to this point. In the dirt here. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. And now they've got him in a rundown. And they've got the runner hung up between first and second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Fair to say, Oh, my goodness. These folks are not. Here's Didi Gregorius. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Here comes the 1-2 from Sale. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. The 2-2 pitch is fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4. Digging in now for the Yankees, Aaron Hicks. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
I'm not sure if this happened or not, but sometimes when you're playing behind a pitcher who's doing all of the work himself, you get caught up a little bit in kind of a trance and you get lulled to sleep out there. Looked like to me he was caught a little off guard when the play came his way.
Here comes the first pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. Oh, and a bad decision there as they won't get him at third.
Now batting, catcher.
Next for New York, Gary Sanchez. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. From the stretch. Boy, good fight on the slider, and it just missed inside.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
1-1. He swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
Now batting.
Digging in, Luke Voigt. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he'll step on first himself for the out. But one's all they get as the run scores.
Wow, a perfectly executed safety squeeze right there, and that's such a tough play to defend when it's done right. It can be risky, of course, but not as much as the suicide squeeze. Good call from the dugout on that one.
Gleyber Torres will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Well, you're in trouble at the plate if you fall behind this guy 0-2, so that was a good job to hold up right there.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Now a bluff here as he'll step off and look him back to third. The 1-2. It's a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Ready once again, Mookie Betts. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Right fielder, Mookie Betts.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
It might be time for this guy to start mixing his pitches up a little bit better. He's pitching poorly, but if you look at his first pitch strike percentage at over 70%, this team batting has a pretty good idea what his game plan is.
And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Andrew Benintendi. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
One strike.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Judge ranging back, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
Yep, this is why you just can't rely on one pitch. These are the best hitters in the world. And when they know what's coming, they're going to jump all over it, just like he did there.
Here's J.D. Martinez.
Designated hitter.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. 0 for 2 for him to this point. He's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
One ball has already left the yard, and the big boys haven't even come up again. Get the fireworks ready.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ballgame. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Way in front of that fastball. 7 runs, just 6 hits. 1 error on the Boston line score. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Ball one. Here comes the 0-1. A swing by Moreland and a ball soaring to right field. And it's gone as they add still another. Plate, Dustin Pedroia. He'll look to bounce back after striking out last time up. This is line to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And here's Brett Gardner now to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent today.
No doubt about that, man. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced? Other than it's been fantastic. We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
One's the count.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
The next 0-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. So digging in now, Aaron Judge, who was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out. Stepping up now, Giancarlo Stanton. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one?
Hot shot down the line. Backhanded. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Coming to the plate now, Rafael Devers. He'll lead it off for the Red Sox here in their half of the sixth. Here's a little chopper up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
Hey, they've obviously locked in on something here. They know this pitcher likes to get ahead, and they've done nothing but be aggressive early in the count. There's another leadoff single to get him going.
And this will wind up working as a sacrifice as he steps on first, allowing the runner to move into second. Now at the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. This is pulled into right. And that's in there. Base hit. And he is in there. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. Now the throw comes in to hold that second runner at third, so they're at the corners now with still only one away. Tapped up the first baseline. Foul ball, however, strike one.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. Pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there. Below the knee, offensive play was all over.
And the runner from third crosses the plate.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Roll. Home run earlier in the night. That base hit right there drives in his third run batted into this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup. And that's exactly.
And the second run will score as well.
Well, maybe the tables have turned a bit. Earlier in the game, the pitcher had his way with him, but he wins the battle this time, and in a big way. 2 runs on the board as a result.
4 runs here in this half inning. This one's down to third. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. First offering on its way. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 on its way. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only 1 away. And set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Started that swing a bit too early. Martinez, the runner at third. Bogarts over at second. Moreland is over at first with 1 away. And Pedroia behind 0-2 now. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. But he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back. In now, Rafael Devers. This, of course, his second appearance in the inning as they've now batted around. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And he's back easily. 2 out, bases loaded. A throw behind the runner at second, just keeping him close. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That 2-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Still 1-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And he'll step on the bag himself. Here's Didi Gregorius. Due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just...
Oh, hang on now. This ball is deep down the line in right. It looks to have the distance, and it's fair. A home run.
Well, they're not there yet, but a solo homer to lead off the inning will do wonders for any team's confidence. We'll see if the next few batters can continue the comeback effort here. Just need to string some good at-bats together now.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Again, another foul ball. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Should be no trouble for Bradley, and there's out number 1. Here's Miguel Andujar now. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Outside, 3-0 now. Gary Sanchez waits on deck. And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work. Stepping up to the plate, Gary Sanchez. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The 0-1 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And a diving effort in center, but it's going to skip right on by him. The relay.
Yeah, it looked like the center fielder got a fairly good jump on this ball, but he just doesn't have enough hops to bring it in. And once it's by him, you know he was going to get at least a double.
Standing in now, Luke Voigt. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. No hits to this point. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Check his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. The 1-2. Squared that one up just a little late. The 1-2. Runner goes for third. Pitch is a ball. And he'll be tagged out as he got caught between third and home. And no throw, in fact, as they'll just hang on to it. Sanchez at third with 2 away. And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game. And into the box now, Sandy Leon. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. 8, 9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
The guy in the mound is having one heck of a night, but the downside of that, if you're going to strike out a lot of guys, your pitch count is going to be high. So this gives the offense some kind of hope as this game's getting down to the end.
Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And this is a fair ball as it'll head for the 3-14 side. Throw into second. And the Red Sox have something going. It's a leadoff double.
He went with the slider, but the hitter wasn't fooled for a second. Gets the barrel of the bat through the zone and rips it down the line for a leadoff double.
In the dirt, and now let's see. And no advance. It's ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Drilled down the line. And this is turning ugly now as this ball's down for extra bases. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. And they've got him hung up out there between second and third. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit. Lacing a double of his own could be a big inning if this continues.
shortstop weakly to the left. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
You never want to be the pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump. This guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Oh, and 2 the count to Benintendi. Hard hit ball to second. Torres picks it up. There's one. But they will not get them both as he beats out the back end and drives home the run from third. Here's J.D. Martinez. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
This one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
He'll go to the bag for 1, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. A bouncer to the left side. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there. You know, dealer in a spot like that. That's a single.
That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But anyway,
and the throw is in time to get him to retire. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He leads off there half of the 8th, and if they're not able to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
0-1, here it comes. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Devers has it on the first, and it's dropped. Here's Brett Gardner now. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. One attempt misses. The throw down. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it.
That was about as easy as they come right there. Hard to say whether that'll be defensive indifference or a stolen base, but either way, he's into scoring position.
That's a strike to throw down. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Torres, the runner at third with no outs. And a strikeout here yet again. It's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. He's set. Here it comes. Pitch taken for a strike. And they'll tag him out after the break from third. And I'm not sure if that was a missed sign or not, but something certainly went wrong there. The windup and the 0-1. Now a bunt attempt here. Throw goes over to third. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely. Now to the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. And he's 0 in this one, batting out of the 3 spot. They slap the tag on. So stepping in, Dustin Pedroia. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This one for the shortstop, Gregorius. And he'll get in there safely. Just about ready for baseball on MLB Network as you get a look at beautiful Yankee Stadium in Bronx, New York. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Chris Sale will be the starter for the Bo Sox in this contest. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Thanks, Matt. Chris Sale, you're talking about one of the premier pitchers in the game of baseball. Big fastball, 95 to 98 miles an hour. Wipe out slider. Great comparison. He's the closest thing we've seen to Randy Johnson. A nightmare against lefties. 3-pitch guy, fastball, slider, and a changeup that's getting better all the time. He is a definition of a true ace.
First pitch of the at-bat. And we're underway as the first pitch is a check swing, but a called strike, 0-1. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Check swing here as they'll appeal it down to Eric Summerskill at third, and he says no swing, so it's ball one. .73 degrees our game time temperature here tonight, and it probably won't get a whole lot cooler than that. Check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I think all opposing pitchers are going to have their hands full with Brett Gardner. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat well, they just go.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit in the air out to center field. Bradley is there. 2 gone.
Batting third. Designated
Giancarlo Stanton now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Sale into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Just getting started here in the Bronx. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
Check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. Well, a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. Yankees nothing. Red Sox coming to bat. It's baseball. Here's Mookie Betts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Red Sox. Right fielder.
And that misses blowing away. Ball one. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. Previous history with Luis Severino. Comes in with 6 hits in 21 at-bats. Up and in. Big danger now. It's 3-0. The 3-1. Swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, I love that pitch right there, and that's where he's going to have to work. He's going to have to work down in the zone. This is a hitter's park. We all know the ball flies, and if he's going to keep the ball in the yard, he's got to execute down to the hollow of it.
Stepping in, Andrew Benintendi, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it always comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
And he's set down, 1 away. Throw won't get him. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. How do they go about taking down their division rival, Mark DeRosa?
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today, and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles leaving this yard.
Severino. He's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty D, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
Swing and a miss. A little too anxious there. 1-1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
Throw over to third. Back in standing. 2-2. It's a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Red Sox strive for a run on the RBI double. Here's Didi Gregorius.
Leading off for the Yankees.
Here comes the first pitch.
Didi Gregorius.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Betts has a read on it. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
That's the perfect answer after you've given up the lead in the previous inning. Put the tying run on second and get the momentum going back in your favor. Now we'll see if they can cash in.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed. Lifetime against Chris Sale. He's got 8 hits in 26 at-bats. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Into the corner and slicing foul. Two balls and 2 strikes to Hicks now.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. And let's focus our attention on second baseman Dustin Pedroia. They always say that stops the captain of the team.
Meanwhile now, the throw to the bag is there, and he is out at third base.
Big key to stealing third base is getting a good jump. Even though this throw from the catcher bounces to third, the poor jump at second cost him the stolen bag.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bradley is there, and that's the third out. Yanks held in check. They still trail 1-0. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, set to lead off the home half of the second.
Dustin Pedroia.
And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Sanchez corrals it, but the throw is late, and he's aboard after the strikeout. Rafael Devers, the next to bat. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's gone 2 for 8, and he fouls this one off. Here's a look over to first. Runner's back. Pedroia gets his lead at first, nobody out. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through for a hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there. Send it back right where it came from.
Into the box now, Sandy Leon. And he puts it on the ground to second. The second for 1 on the first, but not in time as he beats it out. Here's Jackie Bradley now. First pitch coming. Here it is. Tries to catch him napping, but missed the bunt attempt. Strike 1. fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Well, this home crowd didn't like this guy on the mound before, but now they really don't like him. He's gotten the baseball all worked up by hitting one of their best hitters early on in this game. And you can bet he's really going to hear it if he comes around to score.
Here's Mookie Betts. Fly ball out toward left center field. After it is Hicks. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Now a long throw home. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. So coming to the plate, Gary Sanchez. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. First offering on its way. Way in front of a great slider that time. Ripped down the line, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. Standing in, Luke Boyd. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Man, I love watching the pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
And he'll step off and try again. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
Nope.
Missed with a slider.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Originally from the state of Missouri, he was taken in the 22nd round back in the draft of 2013.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off.
And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat. Here it's strike 1. Oof, and it's safe to say he doesn't look all that comfortable up there. 0-2 now. Voigt, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. The 0-2 once more. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Here's the 0-2. Now a fastball. Look out as he has to duck out of harm's way there.
I'll tell you, there was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing a guy like this, you don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
Got him to go down swinging there. Gleyber Torres is out number 2 here in the 3rd inning. Sale sets. 0-1 on its way. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Ball.
It's 1-2.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Started to go around, but it's a called 3rd strike anyway, and that will retire the side. 1 left for the Yankees. They're still down. It's 2-0. Here's J.D. Martinez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. 2 balls and no strikes for Bogaerts.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders. But now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
2-1 now. The 2-1 home. Grounded to third. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
First baseman, number 18,
Digging in for his second at-bat, Mitch Moreland. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 2 out, nobody on. Now he'll step off. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Super important situation right here for the pitcher to go 1-2-3. Get back in the dugout, regroup. He struggled early, but if he can...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will... Coming to the plate now, Aaron Judge. And he'll step in to start things out against Chris Sale.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Good movement there, and he's not even close. 1-1. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Giancarlo Stanton now. As he'll send a ground ball down to third. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Hats off to that one.
Now batting, shortstop.
Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Didi Gregorius. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. So they...
Leading up for point for the Red Sox.
Ready, here's the first offering.
Second baseman, Justin
Line
Pedroia.
towards center field. And Pedroia's got himself a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox half of the inning.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
Rafael Devers is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Hit hard down the right field line, but that's a foul ball. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
2-1.
Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
3-2.
Well, I think this is the kind of approach they need against such a prolific starter. You can't count on putting up a lot of runs, so getting him out of the game has to be the priority. Working at bats, full counts, running up the pitch count is a great way of doing that.
At the plate, Sandy Leon reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. To second for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Now at the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. He was drilled by a pitch his last time out. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Judge is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Standing in, Aaron Hicks. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time. To get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
The windup and the 0-1. Grounder down the line at third, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Back up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Up next for the Yankees.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
I know this pitcher's trying to keep his pitch count down, but that's ridiculous right there. Pitch right down the middle. He's lucky he's getting this ball back.
First delivery to him on the way. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count. Find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right, but what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Stepping in now, Gary Sanchez. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat. Here it's strike 1. Sanchez is a prolific power hitter, and you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Doesn't matter what kind of pitching he faces, there's a lot of pop in that bat. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game. Digging in to try it again, Luke Boyd. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. Well, this is going to hang up there just long enough. Ready for another shot now. Mookie Betts comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Will take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Here comes the first pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
And this pitch runs in and hits him, but not before he swings through it. Not sure what he was thinking about that time, but it's 1-2 now. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the pre.
Ouch, that one hit him.
Well, as a leadoff man, the team looks for you to get on base any way you can. This isn't the preferred route, at least for him, but hey, they'll take it.
Now a quick move here to step off and look the runner back. Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Hit down the line at first. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over.
Here's J.D. Martinez as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Throw over to first, and the runner back in standing. The 1-0. Looked at for ball number 2.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
Base hit, line drive into the corner. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Hey, with that base hit right now, the lead's 3-0. The way their pitcher's going, D-Row, that might hold up in this one.
Yeah, and you're well aware of it, Dan, as an offense, just trying to put those extra runs across the board. You can take a look at the guy on the slab, towing the slab. He's on fire right now.
Ball and a strike.
Hey, from a pitcher's standpoint, sometimes the greatest pitch is the slider that backs up. He got away with that one, but he wants that thing to bury down the way.
Torres backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. He's gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra motivation to punch him out again?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, Matt. When you have a good hitter like this and you punched him out twice already, you just want to continue to go out there and make good pitches and see if you can't dominate him for a third time.
Gardner is there. 2 down. Digging in once again, Dustin Pedroia. We'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 down here in the 5th. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Hit on the ground to third. Andujar fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game, but this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Brett Gardner. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
Oh, man, he took a swing and a half at that one. I think some frustration is creeping into these guys, so he might have just been trying to get his guys on the board with one swing.
Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of... game left in this one.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. Sales ready. Here's the first pitch. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. If this 2-hitter finds a way on, it really sets up a very good middle part of the order to do some damage after all.
He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. And he's able to get back in there at first safely. Striding into the box, Giancarlo Stanton. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike two. Judge is off at first with 2 away. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. Into the second deck and gone.
No doubt one of the hardest hit home runs you'll ever see. As Show Track tells us, there are only a small handful of guys in the league that can hit a ball harder than 120 miles an hour. That's a home run that's going to be talked about for a long time to come.
2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a ball down.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup. I don't know if it's just flat stuff. But he's getting a lot of swings outside the zone, and he's having a big game.
Yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game. Digging in, Rafael Devers.
Leading
He's
off
1
for the Red
for 2
Sox.
in this one.
Third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
And there's one down now.
Up next for the Red
At
Sox.
the plate, Sandy Leon. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. It's a nice piece of hit. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. One there, on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, Mookie Betts. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat. No balls and a strike to count. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Gardner is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Digging in and looking for more, Aaron Hicks. And he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one. So a rather weak start to the at-bat as he misses badly there. It's 0-1. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. Leon goes to get it. Throw to first is in time, 1 down.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Miguel Andujar. It was a backwards pay, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. Had him off balance a bit as this is skied into short left center. And this will be taken in without much trouble. It's an easy start to the 7th. 2 gone.
Up next for the Yankees.
Now in the box, Gary Sanchez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
And I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now. Line hard to the left side. Foul. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 once more. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least one more batter.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
In now, Luke Voigt, as Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike one.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
0-2, here it is. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Yanks lead one. They're down 3-2. Stepping into the box, Andrew Benintendi. He singled his last time up.
Fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
First pitch on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Here comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. He'll leave after 6 and at the very least kept his club in it to this point. David Robertson comes on now. He'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
David Robertson.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Strike two as he swings and misses at a ball in the dirt. Robertson has tossed more than 500 innings at the big league level with a dominant sub-3 ERA, good by anybody's standards. And an offline throw, but boy, look at him stretch out and keep the foot on the bag. Great concentration there for the first out. Striding forward now is the DH, J.D. Martinez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He'll go after the first offering here, although this looks to be well below the knees. It's strike one. Good cut fastball that time, and he's in control now. 0-2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Sanchez has it, and the throw is made to record the second out of the inning. So here's the cleanup hitter, Sander Bogaerts. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
They've done a real nice job keeping this guy into wraps in this one. No hits for him so far, and what stands out to me is they're going right after him. They're not pitching him like they're afraid he's going to do any damage.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Oh, no, it dropped. The throw into second. He hit the corner and tries for third. In there. Ready for another chance. Mitch Moreland. Lifetime numbers versus David Robertson. He's a .375 hitter. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Gregorius comes up with it. Throw, got him by a step. Would have been a run. Stepping in, Gleyber Torres. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Number 25.
Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
The next 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Here's Brett Gardner now. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. First pitch coming, here it is. Started to go around there, but he holds up, ball 1. Oh, and not a swing for the bubblegum card there. It's 1-1.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2. Fastball right back to the mound. And they'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning. Now at the plate, Aaron Judge. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. In there, 0-1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Both teams with 6 hits so far. And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and the side. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Time it's 0-1. And Pedroia behind 0-2 now. This is flared out towards second. Oh, but a super diving catch takes away a hit.
That ball wasn't actually smoked, more of a soft line drive, but a nice diving catch by the infielder right there, showing a lot of range.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. As with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Judge is there, 2 down.
The catcher, number 3.
Next up for the Red Sox, Sandy León. Lifetime numbers versus David Robertson. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. No balls and 1 strike. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. And a ball and a strike now to Sandy León. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning. Back in the Big Apple as we're set for what remains of this one on MLB Network. Giancarlo Stanton will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ballgame on 1 swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. 0-1 the count. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Struck him out. Strikeout number 16 thus far, as he's had a whale of a ball game. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Didi Gregorius. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Hard liner to center field, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Now that's the at-bat they needed. Bases empty, 1 out, down 1 in the 9th. He's got to find a way, any way to get on base, and he does more than that, getting into scoring position here. We've got a great finish on our hands, guys.
No balls and a strike to count. 0-1, here's the pitch. think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a cold strike 2.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Aaron Hicks goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Here's Miguel Andujar now. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing's better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're...
Benintendi there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts, but listen, he was good from the first inning through the 9th. Well-deserved complete game victory.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Boston jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Chris Sale gets the W on the mound. Luis Severino 7 with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa and the lefty Dan Plesac and the rest of our...